for you to be a true leader. And leadership is in all positions. You can be in your house, it can be in your business, it can be in a place where people look up to you. There are things you must first do to yourself and for yourself. Here are the three. And we are going to come to why you must have this before you become a true leader. Otherwise, you're just a boss. One, you must accept things as they are. This one is unlearning what you think you already know. What happens here is a true leader becomes a leader because he has understood that he knows a lot. He has experienced a lot, but he doesn't know enough that he knows there's still more to learn and understand. The only way this happens is you unlearning continuously the things that you know. There are people I look up to, myself, who, when they speak, you realize, based on who they are interacting with, let's say it's an interview, this person already has a belief, but when they're interacting with this person, it's like they've opened up to what the interviewer is asking and looking at the question from their eyes, not from the said person's eye. What this does to you is it opens up your mind to acceptance. Number two, a leader must understand that things happen all the time, everywhere, for specific reasons, and that those reasons are not always reasons that you can explain. A boss always wants to point out, this happened because you did this happened because you did. No. There's some things in life that a leader will simply tell you. There are things that just happened and accepts this. For example, in a country like Kenya, how many of you knew it's going to flood? Very few. Even if you had looked at the forecast beforehand, were you sure that it's going to happen? It's going to take a toll on people this much? No. So a true leader is understanding those things once they happen. What do we do? Because you're constantly, point number one, self-analyzing yourself and learning things so that you're able to lead. You accepted, and a leader accepts things very quickly so that you are able to move. A boss simply blames others. You don't want to take ownership of yourself. Number three, you need to get uncomfortable with being comfortable. As a leader, this is one of the traits that majority of us will never ever agree to fully because we don't want to take ownership of it. Anytime any person who has had experience in so many things, in business, in trainings, in coaching people, in interacting with people, in marriage, will tell you when things are too comfortable, something is about to go down. Something is coming. Preparing your mind to this inevitable act that is about to occur. Preparing the people that are with you. And I said leadership here can be in your house, within your family, at your business. If you are a leader that has a crowd or an audience somewhere, a congregation, it's preparing their minds for the things that might happen, the risks that they might have to take now that they feel that things are okay. Whatever you prayed for has happened. It is here now. You prayed for that car, you prayed for that husband, you prayed for that wife, you prayed for that child. Now it's in your mind to understand that this might happen to them. This might happen to this thing. This might happen to this house that I just got. This might happen to... It's preparing people's minds for this, but preparing them in a way that they know life is a continuous process. You need to understand these three things as a leader so that you're able to move forward as one. Because what happens with leadership is, if we look at, I don't like going to politics in too much, but if we look at an era where, like our Kibaki era, majority of us could tell this leadership is working towards something, and we would do things together with them fully. It was autonomous. We just did this well, and things would just flow. When you identify these traits within you, and you start taking into account that these things are what makes me, these things are what makes me a person worthy leading people, then you can start saying, my people, this is how you're supposed to do things. But you have an ear for them, but you have an eye for them, because you understand that you don't know much. A wise man, as I finish, a wise man or an older person who is wise, seated at the bottom of a tree, can see more on further than a very young man seated at the very top of a tree in a forest. This saying simply means this person has gone through experiences, self-analyzed so much that he knows, but he is willing to learn more and unlearn what he already knows. That is what a wise person is. That is a true leader.